Cancer, I'm hearing that there is a little announcement about a tribe that has already spoken about certain things. Within this nature of the reality, many of these messages that come through here have already been pre-questioned and pre-wondered about. Within your consciousness, you may have wondered about these things, and for you to find yourself here on this channel means that you have sought out a pathway to find the right answers. For me to be able to read for you is a privilege, and that being said means that I hear your questions and your thoughts long perhaps before you find my channel. Welcome to the Arcana Veil. Let's have a look for you. Cancer, let's look. We have practicality. Two came out. We have fulfillment and we have generosity. I'm seeing within the nature of this question or this reality for the Cancer collective that there is definitely a focus on needing to establish oneself through what works for you, what brings you fulfillment. For some of you, I'm seeing that even if you're not going into the public eye, for some reason I see public eye here, even if it's not in here, that it's about how generous you are in terms of your time and your energy and your efforts. There is a sense of practicality around you at this point in time where you are able to feel more comfortable as you're going towards the end of the natural year or the solar cycle that we're in right now. You're being given the guidance to be able to find what brings you fulfillment, come closer towards where you are within yourself. Now, knowing you as a very powerful, energetic being, your frequency allows you to be able to sidestep back and forth between two timelines or realms because it is in your nature to do so. Therein lies a lot of information with regards to what you experience and what you permit to allow yourself to experience also. Let's have a look and see what the tarot has to say. Okay, we see on Cancer here, what is it about the practicality for them? There is the Ten of Cups underneath, which gives it a lot of swaying power over finding the happiness in terms of what it is that is more practical now. I'm seeing and hearing for some of you that you might have now become more established in your family, or you're founding yourself in a new family or within a tribal space, a tribal community. Perhaps you feel like you're building a community of some sort. It brings you great joy and fulfillment. For some reason I feel like because of your nature, of your energy, we have the Four of Wands, that you are multidimensional, which means you can move between different realms, different timelines. In this process right now, there is a Four of Wands here that establishes the fulfillment for you. What is it about generosity, the for Cancer right now? The Ten of Wands. You have two tens on either side here, which means you are in your establishing process of power where you're seeking your guidance from within, the closeness of the family as your center point or as your home base is what I'm hearing, wherever that is for you. I'm also seeing that there's definitely a lot of gathering together. Obviously it's a lot of festive period right now, and that within itself, within the friends and the family that are around you, I hear some that are not of blood or even the closest to you than those that are in the blood. Then you have the Ten of Wands here underneath the generosity, which suggests that you are definitely setting yourself to task to actually do a few things now, probably for the community that you are within. Let me complete this section here for you. which leads us out with the Magician. Within the nature of where you are right now, you've always been the person that has always put the most work in terms of the family home-based gatherings. For some of you, I'm seeing that you've been very hard at work by establishing a new idea. You're sort of bringing out old things that you're getting rid of. I'm seeing there's a lot of spring cleaning of old energy, so this is why you're able to weave back and forth between the upper and the lower realms within your consciousness, within the above and the heavens being in your consciousness, your thoughts, your mind, your head space. And you successfully move from what it was that you had to put together to be able to establish yourself in a new grounding way, because you are the Magician, as the last card here in the point here. At the heart of the matter, suggesting that you're definitely going to be putting a lot of things in place where you are now deciding who is of closer support to you, who brings you the most fulfillment, who brings you the happiness that you seek to experience, who is really worth your time. Perhaps you are the tribe that has spoken over certain things that you don't want to tolerate in your life anymore. I'm hearing that quite strongly. I keep hearing the tribe has spoken, the tribe has spoken. So this may be something, or you may be literally in a tribe, and you are actually moving out of that tribe or creating your own tribe. Take it as it works for you. The good thing is that you definitely move away from something that has perhaps not worked for you. This is kind of obvious in the way that we're seeing the cards as they are laid out here. We're also seeing that you're definitely facing a way of putting new efforts in place, new gifts, new guidance, new formal structure is what I'm hearing. You are a stickler for rules, very much so. Within the nature of this essence, there are certain things that you have now cleared up, and we will look and see what those are. We're going to be looking at the shadows, or the shadow aspect of that which is here. We're looking at the Hermit above this, and then the Five of Swords right next to it, underneath the Four of Wands. So definitely something brewing in the parts of your consciousness here. For the heart, we have the Five of Cups. The Six of Swords, we have the Hierophant. And for the Magician, we have the Six of Wands. So definitely my mind is being shown that there's a lot of numbers here. There's the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands here. There's a correlation here in your feminine energy, where you are, which is your consciousness or your soul, in which you are preparing yourself to focus on for the next part of your journey, or the next part of your life path, which is what you've chosen. We are seeing here that the Hermit underneath the Ten of Cups is really your true nature, because knowing you, as I said, is you are able to move up and down the ladder of creation between all dimensions of time and space within the ethereal planes of consciousness, which means the nature of your being lets you find that ability to move. You can see it in the symbol of your sign, that it is a 6 and a 9, and either way you look at it, it is able to accommodate either side of the spectrum of the energy. So based on that is because it is in the sign itself that you are able to find yourself through this process. Your desire, your outermost experience, that which is above you, is influenced by that which is below you. As above, so below. What is below you is that which is the deeper parts of your nature, which perhaps you're not showing everyone because you are a very private person. So though you may desire to have all of these people around you and find the comfort in their spaces, perhaps your family, you are essentially still someone who is by yourself, the hermit. What is brilliant about the Hermit is the fact that you create your own light source. And within that, you are able to give yourself guidance as well. You're very much self-fulfilling within your own experiences. I'm seeing that someone is very much, when they decide on something, it actually gets done and it's proven that it's worked. And it's as if it was always made for it to work out that way. It works that way normally, even if it's determined by by extended time or whatever. We're seeing the Five of Swords directly underneath the Four of Wands, which suggesting that there's definitely a little bit of a dichotomy in terms of needing the nature of the peace, that you can keep that going in the way. Keep the peace. You're the peacekeeper right now, so you are essentially aware of how certain things are going on in the background. I can hear you say mum is the word, and you will keep it that way, and you will even protect other people's secrets, sometimes perhaps even at the detriment of yourself. But that is the nature of your gracious heart, and that is who you are at your deepest core. We have the Five of Cups underneath the Ten of Wands. Very interesting how it plays itself out here, because of the way in which you are making sure that what you get rid of or clear out of your system by working on yourself diligently, by going out into the garden or going for a walk or doing the new exercise routine, that you're using even things that are perhaps considered to be old time or old fashioned, that you bring that back in. You may be someone who has a vinyl record collection, perhaps. I'm seeing that quite strongly. While you're getting rid of all of these things, you are also very powerfully upcycling yourself, so that you can actually take those things and transmute them very alchemically, so that it can actually be something that is of use, even if it's just to get yourself out of a stuck place in your mind. Remember that the Six of Swords here is about the mental processes, what you're experiencing, knowing that your nature is the Hierophant on this side. You're perfectly able to balance yourself in one way or another, either way. Setting these things in place, you're definitely coming into a much deeper process within your intuition. You are definitely expanding on your psychic abilities, your nature of your reality. You're understanding a little bit more now. You've also pulled yourself away from things that might distract you, that might give you information that you may not need as such. We're seeing here the Six of Wands very much clearly emphasizes that the consciousness is what you are focused on the most right now. This is specific to the collective of the Cancer group, but this may resonate to some of you or with some of you, however you're finding this reading. They are also timeless, of course. So remember, there is no time. So this is why the information is out there for those to peruse it. Within the Six of Wands here, we're seeing very actively focused on trying to bring that little magic back into yourself again. Like I said, you are the self-fulfilling prophecy of your own making. You are definitely putting yourself into the direction of where you should be going. Can we see a little further on this for you? We have the Five of Wands here, and we have the Eight of Wands right next to it. Again, Five of Wands here and the Five of Cups here with the Five of Swords. So 555 might be very important to someone. It may be someone's dialing code even. This is how it works. Spirit never really gives you concrete information. It really is about what you seek to ascertain for your own personal growth. We have the Eight of Wands here right next to the Five of Wands, along with the Ten of Wands, just emphasizing the amount of work that you've been putting out there for yourself to grow from, to fulfill what it is that you have that is so unique to you. And for some of you, I'm seeing that many of you have started up new things where you will work on what works the best for you. because you trust in the process of creation. The magician, it is after all within you, the magic. The magic is your spirit essence in harmony with your heart. Overall, we have the Ten of Pentacles, definitely bringing that which is in the cave back up, or in the lower world, or in the shadows. It is coming to the surface, and it is telling you that the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles are in direct alignment with one another, that each and every time you do something, that it brings a recognition of you back to itself. It acknowledges you every time you do something. You pedal forward. Think of the Ten of Wands as a 10-spoked wheel, and you being the cyclist on this, I'm seeing penny farthing, which is a bicycle with a big wheel in the front and a little one at the back, and each time you pedal 1 inch forward, it brings in things for you to experience. And essentially that is your wheel of life that you are pedaling, and you are in the center point of, or the hub of that 10-spoked wheel. And so essentially that is why you are taking the time now to really choose which direction you're going into, because each and every one of these ideas or places that you are thinking of has the potential to pay you back in some way, shape or form, because you are aware of it, because it is in your nature to be aware of that. And remember, what perhaps has not been mentioned before is the fact that you are the most multidimensional being that can move between timelines easily. Easily you can just switch back and forth however it suits you, and you are still protected. I think that your ability to reason in that way should be able to give you the direction to take when going forward by your choices. I hope that this has given you some direction and some guidance, Cancer. This then your collective reading for Cancer, and please remember to like, share and subscribe, and thank you.